Hello everybody, and welcome to Wounded Healer Tarot. My name is James, and I'll be doing your reading today. This particular reading is for the sign of Taurus. Now, I'm using what is called the Talisman spread, which is from a different oracle deck other than the one that I'm using right now. But I rather enjoy the spread, and it's gotten a lot of feedback when I've used it here on the channel, so I felt like this was a time to bring it back. It's been a while. Alright, so let's get into this. In the position of your subconscious here, we have seek counsel. Now, this may, to some people come off as, it has two people, so go ask your family and friends, right, for opinions and such. But this really speaks to, connecting with yourself and trusting yourself that, what you see, what you feel is going to help guide you. Trusting your intuition, because intuition isn't just like voices, right? Intuition is understanding your body and how to read its messages. How to understand the signals that your body sends you, because your body is connected to the universe, connected to spirit, right? And here, like, it even speaks to, I think it's like 3 councils or something like that. Where one is beauty, one is peace, and gosh, what is the last one? Beauty, peace, I forget the last one, but it's like getting counsel from like something beautiful. It's like you can learn something just from seeing it, and with the counsel of peace, it's like you can really, like, when you have peace, right, it's easier to connect with all that's around you. It's easier to receive messages. It's easier to be more aware of signs and synchronicities around you. So it's like all the different kinds of connections here, like you're just now becoming aware of, or you very soon will be. And to further clarify that, yeah, we have the moon. There's going to be light shown upon this. There's going to be clarification brought to you when you really take the time to embrace these different aspects here. Now, in the position of your possibilities or obstacles, we have embrace friendship. Now, again, this card may seem pretty obvious to you, but it is speaking about, again, sort of like the connection to self, the connection to others. And it doesn't have to be humans. In the description of the card, it speaks of, your relation to, like, for example, animals, your little 4-legged friends, right? I feel like with this card, you're going to be deepening your connections. And I feel like it's because of this, seek counsel card, where, your connection with self is going to be going a lot deeper, which will then, allow you to connect more deeply with others. So to further clarify that, you have the King of Pentacles. So, you could definitely be strengthening your finances. You could be finding a lot of success with starting your own business. And that is in part because of, the strong support from your friendships. Now, in the position of your best course of action here, we have take stock of your achievements. There's a lot about the self here, I've realized. Now, this speaks to, right, this one is a little bit more obvious, right? It's take stock of your achievements. You're going to be realizing, okay, how much you have accomplished. And, you're not going to be dwelling on your losses, on the things that you may not have succeeded at. You're not going to be dwelling on the past and things that did not go right in any particular situation. Because it's like, you're realizing that you've been through a lot of traumatic situations, but you're still here and you've made it this far. So, there's no need to worry. You're going to be able to keep going. You're going to be able to make it through whatever it is you're going through now. You're going to be able to make it through whatever it is you're going to go through in the past, right? And I feel like this makes it easier for you to proceed forward with things that require you to trust yourself, to trust the universe, and that things will go well, that things will go in your favor. And I feel like that's sort of like the point of this whole process of learning how to trust yourself, learning how to really like look at yourself in that new sort of light, which is perfect here because to further clarify, we have the Hanged Man. Oops, should I do like that? Yeah. So, the Hanged Man generally speaks to a change of perception, a change of view. And that's usually because there's some sort of sacrifice that has been made that has sort of, I don't want to say wiped the slate clean, but it has, you've experienced something new because of it. And that's what here changes your perception. And I feel like this is also sort of speaking to, the importance of, experiencing new things, going new places, meaning speaking to new people. Everything really has the potential to enlighten you further. Now, in the position of the outside forces here, we have established priorities. Now, this card speaks to, clearly your priorities, right? The things that you find, should be put first or put before other things. And I find it interesting that in the description of this card, right, they speak to how your priorities are made obvious to others through your actions, through your decisions. They see the way you live your life, and that shows them, what you really find to be important, what you find to be a priority. Now, with this being in your outside forces, I want to say that this change here that I was just speaking of with the, taking stock of your achievements, I feel like people are really starting to see this change within you, not only in your perception, but in the way that you live your life. Now, to further clarify that, we have the Ten of Swords, which, yes, this does, speak to betrayal and stuff like that. But a part of this card that nobody really speaks about is the transformation that comes from that situation, that hurt, that pain, right? And I feel like this is really portrayed in that sense. In this other deck I have, I believe it's the Tarot of Sacred Kingdoms, where it's literally just a picture of a silhouette of a man right there, and then he's in this wide open cave type of space, and there's this light shooting up as if he's about to like ascend, which I think is like the most perfect pictorial portrayal of the Ten of Swords, because it's usually portrayed as something very painful like this, and that's not to say it's not painful, but it's it's not so much speaking to like the pain. I think that's more like the Three of Swords, but I think it's more so speaking to the change that is to follow that pain, because nothing changes somebody more than pain. There's no better catalyst to change than pain. All right, now in the position of your surroundings and family, we have trust your wisdom. Now, again, this is a card that speaks to the self. And I feel like, even though this is speaking to your surroundings and your family, this card also speaks of creating an environment in which you can connect better with yourself, and that will allow you to then connect with your inner knowing, right? Because you already have the answers. You already have all the information you need inside of you. It's just a matter of being able to, connect with yourself deeply enough to understand, to see those things, and then move forward based on those feelings, based on those facts that are hidden within you. And I feel like, that really is, as far as like your surroundings, I feel like it's speaking to sort of like building your space, like creating a space where you can sort of hermit, creating a space where you know you will not be bothered, you know you will not be disturbed, so that you can do the work that you need to do, both inner and outer. And to further clarify that, we have the Two of Swords. Yeah, you see, I feel like, with this, okay, you still have some like lingering doubt within yourself when it comes to that which you already know, when it comes to looking for those answers. Because here, I love this depiction of the Two of Swords, because this to me speaks of like a shot in the dark, right? Here, you're moving forward, and whether you have everything you need or not, you're going for it. And with the arrow, right, it's like, it's pointed directly forward. It's like she knows where she is going intuitively. And that blindfold to me is speaking of like, you're not supposed to be using your eyes to see. You're supposed to be using your third eye. You're supposed to be using your third eye to, seek that inner guidance, right? Right now, in the position of your driving force here, we have relax. Okay. I don't know, a Taurus, who doesn't like to relax? Get you some snacky snacks and watch some movies, some shows, take it easy. Do it for the self. And now, in a sense, I do believe this card does not speak to that exact aspect of relaxing. Well, maybe, I would say, yeah, it's speaking more so to that, as opposed to like, people will take it as like self-care, right? So they go out, get a massage, get a facial, do all these things for yourself. And I'm not saying don't do that. All right? Do not put words in my mouth. I'm speaking to the fact that that is not what this card is speaking of. It's not speaking to what this society would make you think is like self-care, right? It's speaking to that taking time for yourself, taking time off, do things that make you genuinely happy. Whereas, like, yes, a massage, a facial, all that good stuff, get your nails done, hair's did, that's going to make you feel good, but that's temporary, right? And it hits differently, if that makes sense. It's the satisfaction from something like that, as opposed to the satisfaction from, just taking it easy, taking a day off, doing little things. And this doesn't even have to be, snacking and watching movies or shows. You could be doing some art. You can maybe be, create something with your hands. Okay? These are different things that allow you to really sit with yourself. And to further clarify that, we have the King of Cups. Yeah? It's like this will help you to find that heart-mind balance, right? This will really, again, something else speaking to connecting with the self. Because the King of Cups is traditionally known as, somebody who's holding back emotion. But I feel like connecting with yourself like that allows you to freely express that. It allows you to make better decisions because you have that head over heart balance, right? Sciences. But yeah, I feel like taking that time to yourself will put you in this more balanced King of Cups energy. Now, lastly, for the outcome here, we have pause for reflection. And this is very much so like the Moon card to me, which, with the Moon card coming out to clarify the first card we have out here, some might say it's a coincidence. Some people don't believe in that. I'm not one of the people that believe in that. I feel like there's a really big message here, right? And let's see. This pause for reflection is like, it's kind of speaking to what this relaxed card is talking about, except this is speaking about really more so that space. Like, once you have built that space for yourself to connect with yourself, you're being asked to then spend time in that place so you can reflect, right, upon your decisions, upon the things that you've been doing. You can even, I feel like this is also sort of speaking to, taking stock of, what you've accomplished thus far. Maybe, taking a look back on your, like New Year's resolutions, things that you wanted to accomplish this year for yourself. You may be being asked to take the time here to really look at those things and see what you've accomplished as far as that so far. Have you really been doing things that, really serve your highest and best good? And if not, then from here you can plan a way forward to start achieving those things. Now, to further clarify that, yep, we have the Two of Pentacles. You may have been juggling a lot. And I feel like, you're being asked to take this time to pause for reflection so that you can find a balance in your life. So, things may have been feeling kind of chaotic. Things may feel like there has not been any order. And I feel like taking this time to reflect will help you regain that balance, both inner and outwardly. And it makes a lot of sense because at the bottom of the Oracle deck here, we have protect your boundaries, which to me speaks of setting boundaries, right? And I feel like that's something that you're going to need to do here in order to, have this time to yourself to really do all this deep work. All right, Taurus, these are the messages that I have for you today. And I do hope they serve you well. Be gentle with yourselves, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye now.